Alright guys, welcome back. We got war number 6. We've got 10 fights, all in full speed, regular speed. And I'm going to show you through what we did here. On path 1, we have a Domino on Masochism. We didn't have the first node, only Masochism on 13, Domino. And I did not bring Sinister or Cable with Apoc, so we're going to do this one. When you fight a Mutant Champion, you're going to automatically start with 3 out of the 4 charges. We go with the advanced power boost. We want to get the concussion with the special 2 on to help us in any which way we can against Domino. Get 2 debuffs on. We're going to go for a special 1, get the poison as well. So we got the poison and the degen as well as the concussion. I can't get the block break stun at the moment, but we do get a stun there and we're able to get off a clean heavy attack there. Bait that special 1. And at least Apoc completely bypasses Masochism here, and Domino plays nice, doesn't go with any crazy evades, and we're good. Next, this Manthing, I initially wrote down Doc Ock to take him, mainly because he's got these placebos, resistance is futile, personal space regen, he's got some power gain, and some healing to deal with, which is pretty much Doc Ock's specialty, but Omega Sentinel is also a global attacker, can deal with the heal block, because we put the heal block pre-fight on, but at the same time, we're not able to really deal with we can power burn, because we have the armor ups, but it's not a lot, and he still gains a lot of power, and it got a little dicey here. Now, I went with Omega Sentinel, because if he poisons me, then I'm going to get a regen, which is what I'm thinking here, but at the same time I'm nullify immune, but my buffs can still disappear naturally, and when the buffs disappear, it's still not good on this node here. So you're gonna see I'm trying to keep him below, every time he gets close to 2 bars of power, which I prefer to bait the special 2, but we push him way too far, and one more node is going to one more buff's going to disappear. It fuels Mystic Dispersion still. He gets the 3 bars of power, and luckily I was at almost full, and I'm able to survive this special 3, which had me a little nervous here. I do get my regen because he did put a poison on me finally. I am going to get some adrenaline healing because I'm going to need to use a Mega Sentinel later. And we do get out of it with 50% health. So a little dicey, but we got through it. Next, on the main account, we got Hulkling, we got Doc Ock, and we have Void making an appearance. Now, I go to knock down this G2099. It shouldn't be too bad on node 15, but I do make some mistakes here. I push her to special 2, and then her Spectre actually reverses the healing that I'm going to get, because I take a combo to the face and I get some healing, but then I'm not actually healing from it because of those Spectre debuffs. So that was a little annoying, and I had to play around this a little bit slow. Guillotine 2099, you got to knock her down, got to deal with the Digicloak, but I'm really not too concerned about it, just didn't play so great. And I think sometimes that's what happens when you're a little too overconfident about a fight. I'm like, oh, this is for sure easy with Hulkling, and then I had to play a lot slower, a lot smarter, and then got the fight done. So really not too bad, but I could have played better. How's that? So bait another special 1 here, but it's not actually going to power burn me because I'm power burn immune, so we just go for another special 3. And then it's really the next fight was probably the one I was asking the most about, and it was we're going to have a node 24 buffet vigorous assault Bishop. Now Bishop, if you let him turtle up, he can trigger regens, which would make him unblockable. So I got to be super careful against the Bishop. I know we're almost finished with this guillotine, but I was already thinking about this Bishop fight, and so I needed someone that could either counter buffet. I know Archangel was an option to just nuke him down, with AA, but I wanted someone that I could play confidently around the buffet without having to worry about him going unblockable from that, and that is going to be Omega Sentinel. We healed up Omega Sentinel. She's immune to Nullify, so buffet is not an issue. at all, so it's not going to trigger any healing. I just have to play this one slow. Take advantage of the fact that I can get some power burn on, so I can play it kind of slow. And because of the node, I can, I think I can remove some prowess as well. So it's good. If I can go for heavy attacks, I can use my power burn. I can remove some prowess. Don't have to worry about him going to unblockable. So there we trigger a heavy attack, get some more power burn in there. Again, you can see I'm removing the prowess with the power burn, so he's not shooting up on the prowess. There, he does get a special one, so now we're just going to play it slow, and we're just going to back off and let that steady release disappear, so we don't take any unnecessary incinerate damage. So there, it's gone. I can go back in. Now I go ahead and I do go with a nice big special 2 because I want to get some damage on. I want to get some plasma on him. But it is giving him extra prowess. So we're just going to go ahead and parry heavy attack and remove all those prowess. So if I do that, then he's not going to go unblockable when he throws his next special. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to block the beginning of the special 2, evade the rest of it. Again, the power burn gets rid of the prowess, so that makes it pretty safe. And then here, we're just going to go ahead, heavy attack again, remove some prowess. He does get off that special 1, but not enough prowess to be unblockable. And then we're just going to continue. I only need Omega Sentinel for this, so I took some calculated risks here and took a little bit of incinerate damage there, which is not the worst thing in the world. And then we get him down finally. So really not, I found Omega Sentinel really safe for this fight, and it was definitely something that I was concerned about coming into this one. Next up, we've got a Super Skrull on Node 32. We used to do this back a few seasons ago, this Thorns Skrull. We're going to do it with Claire. We're just going to stay in the bleed immune phase, even though I think I get clipped at one point. We're just going to cycle special 2s. It's going to give him the buff immunity, so he's not going to get his annoying buffs. We're going to stay in the bleed immune phase, so we don't bleed even if we hit into him when he has the armor up. And then we can top off our healing with special 2s in the bleed phase, anyways. The only thing, again, it is Super Skrull, so you got to be careful when he does get close. Right here, like he got his, that's what it was. I threw the special 2 when he was too close to getting his falter, and so he got the falter on me mid special 2, which was not the smartest move on my part, but it's okay. We're staying in the bleed phase. We're going to throw a special 2, and we're going to get some healing right back. And I think this is the only fight I need Claire for, so it's really not that important. I just have to get a solo. Solo is a solo, that's all we need. And we ended up winning this one comfortably, which is really good because we need as many wins as we can as we push to try and finish in Platinum 1. That is the goal. So again, we're just going to play it smart, go for another special 2, top off our own healing, and slowly take down Super Skrull. He's not close to that falter, so we got to be careful. Rather bait special 1s than special 2s. Here he's getting close to the falter again, so I'm not going to go for a full combo, just a 3-hit one there. I'm going to back off, parry, hit, and go out of the way. Wait for my falter to disappear. Of course, I take another clip to the face, and then we're going to finish it with a special 2. So not too bad there at all. Next, we had a Rintrah on 42, and the defender ended up having the damaging masteries on. So this Rintrah with Apocalypse went down much easier than expected. You can see the bleed and poison there from the damaging masteries at the beginning. So maybe it was for like a trap fight later, or they did not want to remove change their mastery setup. Either way, I will take it. We go for the special 2. Get some nice damage on Rintrah here. And again, against Rintrah, you want to keep knocking him down. So he throws that special 1. We're going to counter with a heavy, and that works perfectly for Apocalypse anyways, because we want a heavy to reapply our debuffs. So then he's taking recoil damage every time he throws that special. So that works in our favor as well. Again, we're going to back off, heavy counter. He's going to take some recoil damage there again. So really nice fight here. Nothing like it's super easy, but they made it much easier than I needed it to be. Next up, we have Nimrod on node 30. And here I do go with a Doc Oc, which is for reinvigorated, unblockable, never back down. So here we don't want to accidentally trigger a ton of healing, so I didn't want to go with Hulkling for this one. We are just going to parry heavy with Doc Oc, and Doc Oc gets the heal block on blocking hits. So as long as we go ahead, parry heavy. Again, I did get clapped here in the face for a second, but now we have to get our research categories back in order, go for some parry heavies. But we're just going to take these special ones on the block because we don't want to trigger the never back down. So if you dash back 2 times in a row in succession, then it's going to give him some regen. But there we go, we're back on track. We got the triple debuff on because we got the special 2 with 100 research categories on all of them. And that was a big special, big heavy attack. Lots of nice direct damage because, again, with Doc Oc, if there's one of his heal blocks or power locks on the opponent and you detonate them with a heavy attack, you are doing a lot of nice direct damage per debuff that you can get on him. And the typical is, with the special 2, is you can get up to 3, but I'm going to show you in the final fight of the war how to get up to 6 of those debuffs, and we're going to detonate them all at once. So it's going to be pretty cool. And then we have a buffet Mephisto. We're going to do this one with Void. This is like a throwback fight. Mephisto puts on all that. He gets the power gain. He throws the aura on. You need someone Incinerate immune. You're dealing with buffet and the healing, the power. You know what? This calls for Void. And I've had this Void for a while. And so I can, when Mephisto, I can hit into him when he has the aura up because I'm not worried about taking any Incinerate damage. Again, a lot of these fights, I just have, it's like the one fight I'm using Void for, and I think I do take a few hits to the face, but you know what, Void, if you get the right intimidating debuffs on, once I get the Petrify on, like I get it right there, now I'm in good order. So if he does get healing, I'm going to significantly reduce it, and then when I get all my debuffs on and I can go into Fear of the Void, I can actually, every time he triggers buffet, I can actually, I think I can still, I'm not sure if Void still can reverse it on this one, but we can definitely prevent it. I know that it's got the thing there, it says you can't reverse the healing, but with Void's Masteries, we're you can see that you get, instead of him getting a regen, it just goes backwards. So it's pretty good. We can also deal with the power gain, and there you go, Void, just an awesome counter to this Mephisto on buffet. It's I think it's like the perfect counter here for him. So that was nice to bust out a Void and go old school on this Mephisto. Next up is a node 46 Scorpion. Now this one would have been really easy also with Magneto, but I couldn't bring him on, and Doc Oc is just absolutely going to shred this Scorpion. We are just going to go parry heavy method. We want to be extra careful because of the stings from Scorpion, but we're just going to go parry heavy, and you're going to see we're getting like 8,500 direct damage on each time we detonate, like on a heavy attack, that heal block, another 8,500 direct damage. So really, really clean fight with Doc Oc here. And again, on this node, because I'm getting buffs from the global attack tactic, I'm not gaining any power. But that does not matter with Doc Oc in order for me to do damage. I am just going to parry heavy, and I'm going to take down about 170, 180,000 health from this maxed out rank 5 6-star Scorpion in 24 hits with Doc Oc. Boom, gone. Now, last but not least is my favorite Doc Oc fight. It's the Mangog here, an Aspect Evolution, Enhanced Special, Unblockable Special 2. And here, I'm going to show you something very cool with Doc Oc. So, when you do the heavy attack, and I've got the power drain on him, now every time I do a heavy attack, because he's naturally gaining power, I am going to keep him power drained the entire time. He is never going to get a bar of power. We're going to drop a special 2, and we get the triple debuff. There we go. Now, when you're stealing his power and you're awakened, I'm going to refresh it with a special 1, and I'm actually going to steal so much power that I can get to a special 2 before the debuffs expire and drop another special 2. Boom, we are up to the quintuple debuff. That's 5 debuffs on him. We're going to do the same thing again because the 7 star has so much health. We are going to do another one, get the sextuple debuff, the 6 times debuff, and then we're going to go for a heavy attack, and wowzer, 65,781 direct damage on 1 heavy attack. That's very, very nice direct damage from Doc Ock. We're going to get another triple debuff on him and finish it with a heavy attack. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.